to Friday, we're paving the way. Wake up, the day is bright, time to feel the flow. Turn your dial to Livewire, we're ready to go. With Courdel Jones, you know it's gonna be real. From 8 to 9, from 8 to 9, bringing vibes you can feel. News, views, and what's hot today, we'll keep you wired in every way. We'll keep you wired every way, in every way. Livewire, tune in and feel the spark. Every morning, lighting up your heart. Courdel's here, bringing life to your day. Monday to Friday, we're paving the way. Stories that matter, we got the scoop. From the latest headlines to the local truth. It's your community, your voice, your power. Livewire hits you every hour. So grab your coffee, your tea, your toast. With Courdel Jones, we'll give you the most. Livewire, we'll give you the way. Running to the energy, the beat of the street, the show that connects. It's where people meet. We're wired to your world, we got the news. On Livewire, there's nothing to lose. Livewire, tune in and feel the spark. Every morning, lighting up your heart. Courdel's here, bringing life to your day. Monday to Friday, we're paving the way. Livewire, tune in and feel the spark. Every morning, lighting up your heart. Courdel's here, bringing life to your day. Monday to Friday, we're paving the way. Livewire, tune in and feel the spark. Every morning, lighting up your heart. Courdel's here, bringing life to your day. Monday to Friday, we're paving the way. Stories that matter, we got the scoop. From the latest headlines to the local truth. It's your community, your voice, your power. Livewire hits you every hour. Livewire, tune in and feel the spark. Every morning, lighting up your heart. It's your community, your voice, your power. Livewire hits you every hour. Wake up, the day is bright, time to feel the flow. Turn your dial to Livewire, we're ready to go. With Courdel Jones, you know it's gonna be real. From 8 to 9, bringing vibes you can feel. News, views, and what's hot today, we'll keep you wired in every way. Livewire, tune in and feel the spark. Every morning, lighting up your heart. Courdel's here, bringing life to your day. Monday to Friday, we're paving the way. Wake up, the day is bright, time to feel the flow. Turn your dial to Livewire, we're ready to go. With Courdel Jones, you know it's gonna be real. From 8 to 9, from 8 to 9, bringing vibes you can feel. News, views, and what's hot today, we'll keep you wired in every way. We'll keep you wired every way, in every way. Livewire, tune in and feel the spark. Every morning, lighting up your heart. Courdel's here, bringing life to your day. Monday to Friday, we're paving the way. Stories that matter, we got the scoop. From the latest headlines to the local truth. It's your community, your voice, your power. Livewire hits you every hour. So grab your coffee, your tea, your toast. With Courdel Jones, we'll give you the most. Livewire, we'll give you the way. Running to the energy, the beat of the street, the show that connects. It's where people meet. We're wired to your world, we got the news. On Livewire, there's nothing to lose.
Good morning, Jude. Welcome to another episode of Livewire with yours truly. Happy to be here with you on the 12th day of the 12th month of 2025. It's going to be a short program this morning. Got several assignments in the capital city that I must get to. And I go outside just now and I see a flat tire. So I got to go and deal with that. I hope everybody's having a wonderful morning. Morning to the persons joining us across the diaspora. Morning to the persons joining us across the 10 administrative regions. Special good morning to the persons in the comment section. I trust everybody's having a wonderful, wonderful day. Right? Now, this morning, I woke up to a lot of things. First of all, my phone fell down last night and the whole screen shattered. So if anybody trying to call me today and you don't get me or you don't get me before like around lunchtime, because I gotta go and get a replacement, I can't answer. The call will come through, but I can't answer. Right? Um, I did notice, where was this? Hmm. Just a second, guys. Yeah. So again, several things happening in the capital city today that I need to go to. And I just wanted to come on here for a couple of minutes with you guys to let you guys know. Y'all buy the Skippy receipts. So no fear. Very soon, very shortly, we will settle any disputes that's out there. Right? We shall settle any disputes that's out there. And I want to remind persons here on this program, I try my best to give you valid, credible information. If I post it to Facebook, valid, credible information. And I'm well aware of the cybercrime laws and the act. So I'm not gonna post nothing there that I can't back up or prove. Right? Anyway, that's where this stuff gone. I see GICC had their appreciation ceremony last evening. The guy in the Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Um, I had some stuff here for y'all. I'm just not finding it. Anyway, what I wanted to talk about this morning, it's all the videos I see about the cash grant, right? Now, I understand that persons may want some extra money for the Christmas season. That's fine. But it comes over as persons won't celebrate Christmas, or persons won't live after the 25th of December if they don't get the cash grant before the 25th of December. Now, I want to ask as well, are people thinking that if they don't get this cash grant before the 25th of December, they will not get a cash grant at all, or a cross grant, or however people call it? Just asking. Are persons of the belief that if you don't get this cash grant before the 25th of December, there's no way for you? Abdul Haq. All right, Abdul, listen, you go someplace else. Abdul, you getting very annoying. You always complaining about something. Anyway, yeah. As I was saying, persons are operating. I understand that everybody would like a little more money for the Christmas season. Right? And before I continue, so Abdul Haq messaged me the other day and he's like, man, you're wasting time saying morning to so much people. You're wasting valuable time. Many people mention it, not many people. A few people said to me, my mornings are too long. But y'all complaining, me telling the persons who log in here every morning, comment and share my live, y'all got an issue with me telling them morning. So now I've eased up going through the list, calling names. He's still in the comment section, but intro too long and all kind of. Well, start your own program. Start your own program and you don't have no intro and you do it how you want to do it. I'm not in a bad mood this morning, but a edgy. They messing wrong me. So anybody that come a little out of the way might get it this morning. But anyway, so like I say, forces are operating like Christmas will not be celebrated without the cash grant. And if you don't get the cash grant, right? If you don't get the cash grant before the 25th, you will never get the cash grant at all. Right? You will never get the cash grant at all. Now, I just want to say, the APNU has a track record of not providing cash grants to persons. Right? During their time. So their advocacy that they have, that they are portraying right now, I think it's very disingenuous. Now, to make it look like they're actually doing work, you're putting over the image of you lobbying the government to give the cash grant. Or it's because of you, the government will pay the cash grant. Keep talking about it, they can delay it more. Keep talking about it, they can delay it more. Right, Terence? They can delay it more. At the end of the day, as President Ali said, his administration is aware of promises made to the people. They're aware. Right? And it shows how people like Terence Campbell, the fugitive offender, and his two sisters have no clue about how a government runs, more so how a business runs. So could it be that there's something more prudent, something more important for the government to focus on so they may? And I'm not saying that this is the stance of the government. I am sharing potential reasons why persons may not have got the cash grant as yet. Could it be something else that they have deemed as a higher priority than the cash grant? We could put it off a little bit. Persons looking at the tensions between Venezuela and the US, us right on the side here, probably the government take the money to buy more equipment to defend us. It could be a possibility, giving you the cash grant in the new year. But hey, this seems to be escalating here. Probably we need some more helicopters so we could move from the major GDF bases to wherever any issue is happening. You understand? Maybe we need some more helicopters or something. Or maybe we need something else that would help protect us. All I'm saying to persons, this desperation that people seem to have about this cash grant, like the world will end unless I get this cash grant. Right? I saw a video with Hannah talking to some people saying, I haven't received my cash grant, have you? Well, Hannah is entitled to that cash grant. I think that is the Hannah should people like Hannah and the fugitive offenders should take their cash grant and give it to somebody else. That's not something y'all need. Whilst they're entitled to it, yes, they are entitled to it. It comes over weird to hear the daughter of a billionaire, gold smuggling, tax evading, fugitive offender talk about, I haven't received my cash grant, have you? It's crazy. Now, I am asking, before cash grants came about, any cash grant, COVID, any cash grant, before any cash grant came about, how were Guyanese celebrating Christmas? Was there pepper pot? Was there garlic pork? Did you have ham? Did you have all these things that you would a Guyanese black cake, pickle onion, all these things that are customary at a Guyanese Christmas table, Christmas morning? Were you guys able to achieve those things without the cash grant? It makes us look like if we are more interested in what we could get for free than how we could build ourselves for an extended. That's a bad analogy. Let me put it this way. It looks like we're more interested in persons giving us a fish than teaching us how to fish. You get what I'm saying? The interest isn't when pre-qualification documents coming out for public works, so I could fill them up and benefit from a contract in the 2026. It's not checking the newspapers to see what small supply contracts I could probably bid for, supply toilet paper, pens, pencil to these ministries or these agencies to see how I could get in. It's just, we got forgive me. And again, please understand, I am saying to Guyanese here, every Guyanese is entitled to the cash grant. All I'm saying is, it's a bad look on social media. The amount of videos I see people counting the days till Christmas and then get no cash grant. And what about the salary increase that public servants got during the year? What about all the other initiatives that benefited different categories of Guyanese throughout the year? Right? So, based on my limited understanding, and I don't think I'm wrong, if you all remember, earlier this year, I think there was an 8% increase in salaries. And it was retroed from January to that point when it kicked in. So from the point when it kicked in to December, you or public servants or persons who fall into those categories would have already been getting your December salary increase since it was kicked into effect early in the year. So I was talking to somebody the other day, and they was like, boy, can't wait to get me retro. Like, what do you mean retro? How you getting retro? When you get retro early in the year already, you got an salary increase early in the year already, which was retroed from January to that point. And from that point to December, you were receiving the 8% increase. So I don't know why persons are operating like the government is not putting forward initiatives to put money back into the economy, back into circulation, operating like the government is not cognizant of the external factors that cause price increases and these things that happen here in Guyana. The government is also aware of the fact that they are business persons who operate in an unscrupulous manner. All they care about is their bottom line. So as the government announces some sort of initiative to benefit citizens, whether it's across the board or in various categories, those persons increase their prices across the board or in various categories which apply to the persons who would have benefited from the cash grant. So people with disability, is the people with disability getting money the other day, the $50,000? You would be surprised to see businesses that sell things that they use, their prices may increase. So it's like the person, and you can understand where they're coming from. It's like they're feeling, man, this money ain't doing nothing. But at the end of the day, is I said yesterday, we seem to be our worst enemy. We fighting down each other. You understand? We fighting down each other. How is it? How is it that tomatoes are able to come all the way from Brazil to Guyana and be sold cheaper than tomatoes grown in Guyana? That may be coming from Borbies, East Coast, Lindem, and them places. That's not even a quarter of the distance them tomatoes traveling from Brazil. And oftentimes, the quality is way better because those Brazilian tomatoes, their form, you could slice them and they look nice, they're uniform. You understand me? But some of the stuff we get here, and that's not all the farmers, that's not all the tomato vendors. I'm just telling y'all stuff that I see. And that's a perfect case. Whoever's bringing tomatoes from Brazil has to buy them in Brazil, ship them to Guyana, move them to the market. So you can't carry the container or the big truck, but you probably could carry the truck. But if it's coming by container truck, you can't carry the container truck. So you got a place to store it, then move it from way there to the market to sell it. So all that's cost you got to recoup. And you still coming in at a lower price than the locals. How? How? How is it? And I heard people smuggle chicken from Suriname. Suriname is Guyana's neighbor. I don't know if Suriname produces chicken feed, they may. But it's not the same thing we using. We ain't got the same thing. How is their chicken so much cheaper than ours? And sometimes we chicken leg big, sir. You understand? Big like this. How? Chicken, Suriname chicken and Guyanese chicken is chicken. They're eating the same thing. They might be using different feed, yes, but still feed. So what is happening to cause the big increases in prices that got Guyanese suffering, like J-Tech said? And again, J-Tech ain't attacking you. I just saw the video and you said a lot of Guyanese are suffering. And again, the word suffering, I cannot agree with. People in, is where I had the bombing the other day, Iran or wherever, that's suffering. People in the Gaza Strip and them places, that's suffering. Them people ain't got homes. They could wake up tomorrow and the home destroyed by bombs or whatever. We don't have them problems here. I saw a video of a little, a child over there, Iranian child over there, collecting a bowl of rice. It looked like porridge. And David Sobrian. This is the guy from David. I don't know if they're genetically modified tomatoes. I don't know. Right? I don't know. Not sure. But David, you anyway, like I was saying, I gotta get some noni juice. But like I was saying, those places have people that are suffering. Those places have people that are suffering. I saw a child, a male child from Iran. Is Syria or Iran that did the bombing the other day? That the bombing going on? Is which one? Somebody help me in the comment section. One out of the two. But they had bombing. I think it's Iran and Syria got a problem. And Iran bombing Syria. I think so. In the comments, y'all correct me if I'm wrong. No, I saw this little boy fighting amongst hundreds of adults and other children to collect a bowl of rice, which looked, like I said, it looked like porridge because it pieced up together. And it looked like they put curry sauce or curry powder because it was like a little curryish color to the rice. You don't see it no onion, you don't see no seasoning, you don't see no nothing. It's like they literally throw some curry powder on this rice and mix it up just to get color and little flavor. Somebody said Gaza, I see somebody said Palestine, Palestinians or something like that. Wherever it is, in my mind, J-Tech, I think that constitutes suffering. Things may be not going as people want it to go right now. People might not have as much as they need right now. But I am guaranteeing you, there aren't any Guyanese who are flocking to a place there, you understand, like I just described, to get a bowl of rice with little flavoring on the top. You understand? That is not the situation here. That's not the situation here. And again, this is not like there where the powers that be warring and blowing up communities and causing this destruction. Hardships that people may be facing, we must take into account our role in them. The hardships must take into account. So you can't not take life seriously as a child. You're a child, we could say, okay, you turn a teenager, you aren't taking life seriously. You turn a young adult, you still ain't taking life seriously. You end up in a bad situation where you cannot take care of yourself. You cannot provide for your family. And you see persons who are not financially stable and go on to make 5, 6, 7 children and then complain. If you know how much children I got? You know how much children I got? You know how hard it is to feed them children? Are you for real? Anybody from the government help you make them children? They're Guyanese citizens, and yes, the government will put systems in place for them to help them flourish. But the most of that responsibility is on you as the parent. Now, if you create an environment that is comfortable for your children and for yourself, how you shifting that blame to the government? Which country in this world the government takes care of persons who just throw up the hand? Me got nothing for them. I ain't. Right? Me no blue. I want to do nothing. Just put me in the house and feed me. Look after me. Where in the world does that happen? And the opposition, whether it be the APN or WIN, often pushes this narrative so that people feel like they don't need to be accountable for the BS going on in their life. Like I said yesterday, some persons are not even interested in change. Now, there's a feud going on between me and the Guyanese villain. And I noticed somebody commented on it. And I remembered, I used to sell greens at Bordeaux, not on a donkey cart, a nice fancy white canter. But you understand? There was a guy who, me and him weren't friends, but we were in school at the same time. He used to go Bishops, either sixth form or he went through Bishops. And I was at business school and IBC and Nations and them places, making the rounds. Right? Now, this guy was a junkie. He wasn't before. He was come from a good family, used to travel, go overseas, end up falling into some shoppiness, start using cocaine. He was walking on the road, fetching people greens. Wash your greens. Don't worry about the donkey carry the greens. Come on. You got to worry who fetching the greens in the market. Wash your greens. Anyway, used to fetch greens off the canters them to the vendors to get a little money to go and buy drugs. When this issue arose with the Guyanese villain and myself, and I saw somebody comment, I went and I clicked on the comment. When I click on the comment, it's the same guy. If you see him now, I mean, he can't be on cocaine and looking like that. You understand? So this man, I don't know who saved he, who do what, or if he put himself together on the own or what. But right now, the man off the drugs, he's in the gym. If you saw he's big and strong and healthy. So it is up to the individual to want that change in their life. So again, you waste time primary school, waste time during high school, you turn a young adult, waste time. You got time with nothing. You learning a skill, you trying to learn nothing. You just scraping. Right? You just scraping. It's not a case where the government of Guyana, and I think that is, as far as I'm concerned, that's a limit the government of Guyana has in terms of making things available for you after the fact. You understand? After the fact. So you waste all this time. You're in your early 20s. The government got bit. The government got gold. The government got free UG. The government got WIN, well, for Women Innovation and Investment Network. Not We Invest in Nation. The thief Minister of India Prasad program to empower women. Thief the name. That's how. Anyway, don't let me come after. They have WIN for females who want to learn entrepreneurship. They've got Small Business Bureau giving grant, not loan. So Small Business Bureau giving you a money to start a business or expand something that you got. But no, you sit down home on the internet, make a video, rowing about cash grant. Rowing about cash grant. You ain't got no time in generating income for yourself. And listen, if Americans, and the Americans on this live can corroborate, if people in America, where their money is every $1 they got is 200 plus Guyanese dollars, working 2-3 jobs. Who the hell is Guyanese to think that you are going to work one job and live your best life? I'm just asking. America, the land of opportunity, the land of milk and honey. People work 2 or 3 jobs to live the life they want, live the kind of apartment they want, drive a car they want, they could go on vacation when they want. How we as Guyanese could up and decide, working one job, not even a high-end job, you just got a job, you got a minimum wage, and everything supposed to hold on. I noticed you since the other day, Mariano. Let me deal with you now. Mari, I spot you. I was be watching for them, Let me see, where should I? Oh, find you. Mariano, peace, love, one Guyano. Bye-bye. Right. You understand? And look, somebody else saying in the comments, in freezing temperatures. In freezing temperatures. We just want to stay home in Guyana when the rain smile a little too big. Realistically. And anybody on this live, no INBS in y'all. Right? No that INBS in y'all. And the Americans can tell you, the Guyanese Americans can tell you, they go out to multiple jobs in freezing temperatures. to ensure they can live the life they want to live. You understand? Right? But here, let the rain fall a little hard. Let it got a foot of water on the road. Can't come out. Americans driving through snow, shoveling through snow, walking with hot water to melt the locks so they could open the car and go to work. And mind you, not just Americans, Guyanese who leave here and go there. You understand? And they just fall in line right away, quickly, not very soon, very shortly. Right away, they fall in line and do what they got to do. But here in Guyana, walk to job, you man. Walk to job on the weekend. I got it down on the weekend, but you got money to dang, so you can roll for cash grant so you could go and dang. And I said a couple of shows ago, now that I'm counting people money, how many people can actually take the $200,000 and do something sensible with it? You're entitled to do what you want, but I am entitled to speculate and have an opinion on the matter, right? You're entitled to do what you want with that money. But how many persons in this country who have dire situations, who may be squatting or something, can take the 200,000 and put it to something sensible that can, come back and benefit them or the children or uplift the set. One pay for a course. They got so much free course. Why go and pay for a course? The money could use your transportation to go back and forth to do your course until you're done. How many? So I'm imploring to my Guyanese brothers and sisters, don't portray to the world that we are lazy people looking for handouts. Whatever our government gives to us, we shall be grateful for. You understand? But Guyanese have always been proactive go-getters. Big up yourself, Fernandez, right? Guyanese have always been proactive go-getters. So, whilst we wait patiently on our cash grant, let us continue to operate in the same vein. Proactive go-getters. The last time people line up for food in Guyana, was a very long time ago. So I think it's unfair for persons to use the word Guyanese are suffering. When we see videos and photos of suffering in places around this world, real suffering. You understand? Like that little boy I tell you with the rice pop, with the coloring. Or some countries in Africa where literally people ain't got clean drinking water, potable water. So you see the iron water people just complaining about here. And again, nothing is perfect. And everything happens in stages. Right? So you see how persons like to get the bucket and turn on the tap. Mind you, iron starts to accumulate when the water is not flowing. So if your tap off whole night, the iron gonna settle and it gonna come out when you turn on the tap. Anyway, you see them videos people like to make with the water coming brown and this. Iron, iron in the water. You let it settle, you treat it, you could drink it. There are places in Africa where people drinking from the same spots that people defecating up the river in. You understand? Or a river that is completely polluted. Drinking from that. or they're drinking from some water hole that the animals themselves drinking from. I ain't saying that's all over Africa, but there are places on the continent that are going through that. There are places in Africa that are torn by civil war, war within their own borders. Africans against Africans. And the people there, J-Tech, those people are suffering. That is what you call suffering, brother. So this picture that people like to paint of Guyana and Guyanese as, oh, the worst thing in the world, the worst country in the world, the most corrupt country. Listen, some of these people who are talking about corruption, y'all wouldn't like to go other places in the world. Y'all wouldn't like to go other places in the world and deal with real dictatorship. So people like Terence Campbell and them playing the going around the place and doing it, they have real dictatorship, then people catch you and just lock you up. Y'all ever hear about a leader lock up his whole family in a big hotel because he suspect some kind of worries with them? Listen, it's so disheartening sometimes when Guyanese who are exposed, and when I say exposed, they got Guyanese who may not know too many things of the world, right? So certain Guyanese may not watch world news, then up to date with current affairs on an international level. So they don't know much about what's happening in other parts of the world. They just have an idea what's going on around Guyana, probably the Caribbean, and a little bit of South America. Sometimes not even though. They know what's going on in their community and that's it. Right? And then you have people like Jay. And again, Jay, I ain't attacking you. I just use it as an example because it's the first thing that comes to my mind. Right? Who are exposed in terms of, in my opinion, I don't know if he has, but based on the videos I've seen, and he's made some content that I think is good content. Based on the videos that I've seen, J-Tech looks like somebody who has left Guyana shores, experienced other countries, and I think experienced the USA. You understand? He may not be looking at international news frequently, but I'm saying that based on his delivery, he seems to be au fait with current affairs. So I know, well, I'm suspecting that he has an idea of some of the turmoil that's happening around the world and what real suffering looks like. So for you to scold Leon Susaran because he spoke about persons running behind the cash grant and that kind of thing, and to say that Guyanese here suffering, I'm saying that's a misrepresentation of the facts here, brother. A misrepresentation of the facts. Anyway, like I said, guys, I gotta get out of here early. Please tune into my Facebook page, 6 p.m. this evening. Right? And we're gonna put an end to all the scandal on social media. We'll see who's scandaling who said what, and what is true and what is not. Right? But again, I sit here this morning and say to you, y'all buying a lie to y'all. If I got a lie to you, the LFS, sorry, LWF, my Livewire family, LWF, if I got a lie to y'all, I prefer don't tell y'all nothing. You hear? I prefer not to tell you anything. So 6 p.m. Tune in. We'll settle this. That will be the settlement of all confrontation. And we'll hear honestly from people because there have been a lot of dishonesty in some lives that have been shared on this Blue app. So, guys, tomorrow's Friday. See you here, same time, same place. Don't forget, 6 p.m. this evening. We settle any confrontations. Thank you for being here with me for this episode. I appreciate all your support. Please, please, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Please follow us on Facebook and Livewire News, Livewire TV. Follow my personal page as well, Comrade Courdel Jones. And then there's a regular Courdel Jones. I'm in a blue Livewire jersey. That's me as well. Follow me. So if Facebook block one page, we got to follow up. You understand? Right? So follow me all around. I'll keep you guys updated on what's happening in and around Guyana. We're supposed to be having some action today. Not at 6, but before. But 6 o'clock still. Anyway, guys, I out of here. Much love to all of you. And as I usually say before I go, it's all about peace. It's all about love. It's all about
we are a peaceful people, struggle as we struggle, and we don't look for trouble, just ask around. But when outside faces from foreign places talk about taking over, we ain't backing down. We ain't giving up no mountains, we ain't giving up no tree, we ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one grass, not a blade of grass. This land is all I know. We're gonna make it somehow. We will bend like a bow, but never break. Our fathers came here, and they lived and died here, and we ain't moving nowhere. Make no mistake. We ain't giving up no mountains, we ain't giving up no trees.